A FAM production. Furniture and mattress. FAM.news.
We got something that's going to be taking my time away from Quinn, or is it just going to be growing and building the FAM? We have a big announcement about a brand new show, and Quinn's got one tip that you have to hear today. The Dos Marcos Show begins right now.
Welcome to the Dos Marcos Show with Mark Kinsley and Mark Quinn, where mattress and furniture leaders gather to grow, get the inside scoop, tell stories, and take tequila shots.
Uno, dos, tequila!
The galaxy's greatest mattress podcast has liftoff in
3, engine start, 2, 1. Let's enable 7, 8.
We have to tell you about a brand new show that's going to launch on the FAM. I'm going to be co-host. Before we get there, we do think we should start with a story about pineapples.
Pineapple. So so such a funny story. So my son has a friend who isn't really sure about their faith and some of that stuff, and so my son definitely lives that life on his sleeve because he's got a thank God tattoo on his arm. So there's that. But anyway, so he's constantly working with this person. He's like, hey, no, faith is a good thing and whatever. And so in the morning that day, he and his buddy were talking about being hungry, and his buddy's like, oh my gosh, I got to have pineapple on this pizza. And I really want a pineapple pizza. We got to get pineapple pizza. And so anyway, the day goes on, and I'm hanging out outside of our house on the beach, and these two girls walk by. They're like, 15 or something like that. We were like playing cornhole and talking to everyone that walked by, and I'm like, hey, how much for a piece of that pizza? I didn't really want a piece of the pizza, but I thought, hey, what the hell, it'd be fun, just see if I can negotiate a piece of pizza. And so she says, the odd thing is, like, we don't have we ate and they just had this extra pizza, and they asked us if we wanted the extra pizza. And so they just gave us this whole pizza so you can have it. I'm like, well, no, I didn't even want the first piece, but I'm like, no, I don't want that. I go, let me pay you. They're like, no, take it. So I take the pizza and I give it to my son, and he opens it up with his buddy. And there it is, a Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza. And so he looks at his buddy and he says, now tell me there's not a God. The fact that it just happened earlier that day. So the point is, you never know, Kinsley. God could be speaking to you through pizza, or you never know how. So you got to be listening.
If you can't find proof of the Lord in a pineapple pizza, where can you find it these days?
See, that's what it should be, a bumper sticker. What you just said should be a bumper sticker. So tell me, okay, so enough of that. I love that story, but enough of that. So the marketing podcast, I'm really fired up. You've upgraded your co-host situation without a doubt. You and Adrian's going to be riding shotgun. Tell me about that.
Well, I'm probably going to be riding shotgun with Adrian, but we've launched the all-new FAM marketing show and the Shake Your Marketing Moneymaker newsletter. That's going to happen every Friday. It's a FAM Friday, so we try to make it fun. But as part of this, we are trying to bring retailers in the furniture, appliances, and mattress space strategies, tips, and ideas to help them grow their business. Now, here's the cool thing about it. These are snackable 15-minute or less episodes hosted by yours truly and Adrian Woods, who is the voice of the FAM. And we're going to dissect marketing ideas. We're going to help you attract foot traffic. We're going to talk about ideas and principles and come back to bed, the book that you and I wrote. And we want to help you get connected to your community and sell more product. And so, we worked with a nationwide marketing group to talk about more value added to their membership base and what we could do. And marketing and driving foot traffic is always such a point of conversation. It's always something that their members are interested in. So we're not only going to be talking about these marketing ideas and telling some of these amazing stories, we're going to have not guests, co-hosts come on and join Adrian and I. And the very first co-host that's going to join us on the show is none other than the legendary marketer himself, Trent Ramberger, with Trent Betting in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So we've already recorded a few episodes with Trent. And since they are these quick 15-minute episodes, you're going to get very actionable advice and very specific topics. And yes, we tell the story about it's almost like a mattress store. Sammy Stevens, whenever Trent spoofed him, and then Sammy Stevens ended up in his store singing with a choir, and this guy had millions and millions of YouTube views. We're going to tell you how Trent used his marketing genius to attract Sammy Stevens and then leverage that into even more visibility. We're going to talk about how do you actually host a great event at your store, and like what does that look like? Let me give you like a little secret. One of them involves mattress throwing if you're Trent. So lots of fun stuff in the FAM Marketing Show. Super excited to share it with the world. Make sure you're subscribed at fam.news. You're going to get everything, including the podcast and our Shake Your Moneymaker. Shout out to Keith Moneymaker for the inspiration there.
I'm wondering if he's trademarked, I guess, can't trademark your name. We should probably ask for permission. But so, Kinsley, here's what I love about this show concept that you and I, like, even early on, we talked about. We go to these conferences, and so often you have someone speaking on a stage and they phone it in. It pisses me off to no end. We go to these conferences. These guys take big dough, 10, 20, 30,000 bucks, who even knows. They come in and they speak to an audience, and they don't tie it back to the people they're in front of, right? So it's the same canned speech they give at every stop along their tour, and it's not relevant specifically to the category. The difference in what you guys are doing is that it's very relevant. You're going to be taking people through it and applying the macro thought or the knowledge of marketing directly into what everybody's doing inside of the industry. And it's something that's actionable that they can take away and literally start thinking about like the day they listen to the episode. That's what I love about this concept.
Well, and I love that we're already getting feedback from the audience around this idea of focusing on marketing for mattresses, appliances, and furniture. In fact, one of our listeners, Carl, replied to the first FAM email. And by the way, do reply to our emails because we answer the emails. And those are also good signals that tells all the inbox people, yes, this is a good email that I want to get. But Carl had read the email and we said, hey, here's a marketing tip for you. We call them store stampedes. Like, how do you get more foot traffic in? One of our ideas that we passed along was make friends with your U-Haul companies and your two guys in a truck companies, anybody that's moving people, because when people move, they're probably going to need new furniture and mattresses and appliances. And Carl replied to us and said, with some great pictures, by the way, and told us about his store, Beds and Beds, being right next door to a U-Haul company. And he said they've enjoyed the benefits of those relationships for years. So we love it whenever we kind of put an idea out there. And we also love it when you feed the ideas back to us. So here's the real thing I want from you. Do you have a great marketing idea? Do you have something you think could serve this community? And it is a community. I mean, we're a fam. Let's help each other out. We want to have you on as a co-host. So drop me a note, mark@fam.news. So mark@fam.news, or hit me up on LinkedIn, or you can just reply to our weekly email, and Adrian or whoever on the team will get those over to me. We want great marketers who have specific actionable topics. Come on and share that advice with everybody, because that's what's going to build this industry. And as you and I talk about all the time, Quinn, we are competing for the consumer dollars. And if we can help each other out, we can elevate category awareness. We can elevate our mission to make sleep the foundation of health, not even just a pillar, but the foundation of good health, and a mattress being the thing that helps you get that. So looking forward to like hearing from other great marketers about topics that matter to you.
So I want to build on what you said, because I think it's really important. So I've been in meetings lately and we're talking about, all right, what's the offer going to be? Like, how strong does it have to be? What's the financing offer going to be? Just a thought, guys, for those of you that have bought our book, or those of you that haven't, this is not related to buying the book, although I guess it is, because that's where the information is. But in the back of that book, Mark, you talked about one of them, which was the U-Haul thing. Like, the only way, there are many ways to build traffic to your store. It's not just a 50% off. It's not just some kind of big offer. There are so many other things that you can be doing, and events are a great way to do that. So go review that and try different stuff and drive people into your stores. Use your space wisely. I think that's right now, when everyone's looking for the traffic, right? They can convert, like, we just need more people. That's a really important thing to do. Get outside your box, think differently, look at some of those ideas on how to drive traffic. That would be my thought for you.
Love
How about
that,
you,
Quinn.
Kinsley? What's your one idea?
Oh, you want my one idea? Listen to the Fan Marketing Show.
Well, for right now.
And I'll tell you why. I tell you why I'm gonna default to that, because
All right.
it's co-hosted by Adrienne Woods. And let me tell you something about Adrienne. Yeah, she's been the voice of the fam. Adrienne is not inside the echo chamber of the industry. She understands it. She's learning about the industry, but she's a mom of 3 kids. She has twins and then little Finn. She's a wife. She's on the State Board of Education. She's an attorney. She's a professional. She works with us. She does all these different things. She's very plugged into her community, and she is the archetype of the person that you are trying to attract to your store. That female, that successful female that we always talk about. So you need to listen to the show, because Adrienne is going to represent a point of view that you need to hear, a point of view that's probably very underrepresented in this industry, and is also representative of who we're trying to attract in this industry. So that's my hack. That's my tip for you. Make sure you're signed up at fam.news and register for the newsletter. Quinn, we're going to do it. We're doing a short show today in the spirit of the Fan Marketing Show, which is snackable episodes in 15 minutes or less. So on that note, this is a virtual hug to you. You can take us on out.
Yeah, no, man, thanks. I'm so excited about it. Not so much for you being on the show, but Adrienne, I know she'll give us some really, really wise information. No, I love it that we're going to bring that voice to the table, because she's smart in a lot of ways. So that's very cool. So if you're listening to this, guys, just know we love you all. Love this audience. Love the interaction we get from you. We were just at the betting conference. Mark and I say this every time we get back from a live event. The interaction we have is incredible. The pictures we get to take, the hugs, the advice, the feedback, anything that you're listening to and reacting to, all that means a lot to us. So thank you for that. And bring your friends in. This is a campfire. We're here to grow, learn together. We are better together than we are working in silos. So keep that in mind. And come on back and get us a review. We'd love to see you. Until next time, from us, we're out of here.
You can bounce on it. Yeah, bounce with it, bounce with it. Bounce with it, bounce with it. All right. What is a hybrid? It's like peanut butter jelly, peanut butter chocolate. Hybrid so tight, there's no way that you could topple it. Hybrid on my wrist, that's a calculator watch. We add ourselves together and we take it up a notch.
Got the airflow, yo, keep you cool as it get. Visco foam alone to make you drip sweat. Get a hybrid mattress, yes, you'll get better rest. Cool and comfortable, hybrid like a sweater vest.
You know the game, we're ahead of the sun. Cause the two of us together are way better than one. Cause I'm cool as ice
and I'm hot like a heater.
Bounce by the ounce, now we got it by the liter.
Well, you take a spring and you wrap it up right. You can sleep so smooth or bounce all night. Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
Lay back, you don't have to practice. It's the best thing to happen to your mattress. Get together to do it like I did. Everybody get hybrid.
If you want somebody to get in your vicinity, you probably want to feel a little bit of a hybridity. Foam alone, out of 5, maybe 1 star. Springs and foam, we're taking care of that lumbar. Mad back support, the best way to shack up or just get rest that won't mess your back up.
Like a hot chick mixed with a particle physicist or a mullet. Party in the back of the business. Best of both worlds like Mars and Venus.
The ultimate hybrid.
Nothing short of genius.
Keeping it loose while keeping it tight. We can make you sleep or play all night. Put two together, get a whole lot more. Get the feel of the comfort core.
You can bounce on it.
No stopping when the beat gets played back. Springs keep it popping, foam keeps it laid back. Party over here, get invited. Everybody get hybrid.
Listen, doesn't matter if your kitchen is charming when your bedroom's the most important part of the apartment.
What kind of bed do you keep back there? Does your girl wanna chill on a beanbag chair? Hell no!
You need springs and foam, cause if that bowling ball don't bounce, you'll be sleeping alone.
And if the bed don't react, then you can't get low. We got the type of bounce that won't spill your Merlot.
So stick with us and you'll get rewarded.
Cause I'm so gentle
and I'm so supportive.
Hybrid is where the magic is.
And we just killed a song about mattresses.